我们很多的家长，他们对孩子的在数学方面都有很多的困惑，他们不知道怎么孩子能够提高数学，他们会认为数好像是要天分，有天分的人才能把数学学好。所以您怎么看待这些问题呢？
Okay, so I feel that students, we can train them. For example, I have a very good example of a student who, when he first took the Math Olympiad competition the first time, he didn't win an award. His friends won an award and he was very disappointed. And so he reached out to his father and he decided they're going to spend time to train for the Math Olympiad. And the next year, he had a perfect score.
Wow.
So it can be trained. And our curriculum that we have designed is actually meant at the mid-level to encourage students to come in, use the school mathematics background to help them. And I think I was explaining in the car earlier just now that the wonderful part about the Math Olympiad, I feel, is that it's like math magic.
Yeah.
Kids
Math
learn
magic.
tricks, and the moment they learn those tricks, they succeed. And that spurs them on because they're so excited that, they've learned something that nobody else knows.
Yeah.
And then that inspires them. And so we've seen average kids in 6 months to 3 years become high achievers. So if parents are worried that, their child is just normal and they can't really take the program, I say no. They really need to start getting their child, because the curriculum that we have is not a top-notch program where they will get overwhelmed. It's something that they can, really feed themselves into and grow with the program, especially with a great teacher like Dr. Jenny. And the other thing I would say for parents, my strongest advice is that, I've seen many kids who succeed, and up to grade 6, they get into a very good high school or junior high school, and they stop because, they feel that the school curriculum is so overwhelming and they need to focus on the school, and they forget that competition results. When you apply to a university, they really look at your grades from your competition results from grade 9 to 12 and nothing before grade 8. And so all the success that they have built on is actually the foundation for their further success in high school, the critical years where the universities are really looking for good results. So
it's my understanding, so every kid can be successful. It's a message, so we can find the way like a magic. So kids can master the way to get success.
Yep.
我去理解这个奥数
Okay.
Should be every kid encouraged.
Kids, I would say that, most kids should be able to pick up the proper tutelage. They can pick up Math Olympiad. I would say that from what I've seen in training of math, even if they are weak in mathematics at the beginning, usually we see that they are weak because they haven't mastered the multiplication table. Their mental processing speed is very slow.
Yeah.
And so that's where I developed design a game called Math Warriors. And from there, during COVID, I actually designed another game called Math Mastermind that really helps kids to speed up their processing speed, and it can be taught. And we should be able to handle most of the kids in math once we build on the foundation and they are on their way to success.
So how can kids involve the program? How can kids participate in the program?
So I think I just want to add that most of the students or the kids, when they first start, it's always they'll say, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it. It's always like
reject.
Before even starting, right?
Negative.
So it's either they get that from the message from school or from the parents or just from themselves. So they're not confident enough to go in, especially if they hear the word Olympiad. So I think for us, our role is, like I said, we need to nurture them, we need to guide them, and we just need to empower them. Yeah. So from saying I can't do it to slowly move that mindset and attitude into, oh, maybe I can do it. Do you think I can do it? And I try, right? So starting from negative to maybe, and then eventually they say, let me do it. Right? So by the time they hit that point, let me do it, it's basically, the world is their oyster, right? We can give them anything. I said, okay, I'll do it. So we need to move our students, especially the mindset, and then plus the interest, the passion. So with all these right combinations, with the right teachers, the right program, right, the right attitude, the right work ethics, everyone can succeed. Like I always say, every child is unique, but all of them can be successful. We just need to put the right ingredients in there, it will all work.
So what's the ages of kids to start the program?
It's never too early.
Early.
Oh,
It's
correct.
never
okay.
too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the youngest kids you have?
I think you're.
We have kids as young as
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. So, for example, you are in Singapore, so Jenny is here. But what about the kids in China, kids over the world? So, are they able to participate in the program?
Yeah, so we have partners in many of the cities where Chinese migrate to. We are here in Canada with Jenny. We're also in New Zealand. We're also in China. We're also in, the other places. They go to Australia, UK. Yep, so we're all there. So we have partners in 47 countries. So somewhere we'll fit you in and make sure that you have access to many of the training is already done online. So in some cases, most of them are taking paper contests, but there are places where we run the contest online.
Oh, okay,
So,
great.
so it's all very, very possible.
For the Canadian kids, because most of the Canadian kids, they maybe go to the Canadian university, but some kids will go to the USA university. So
we've got lots of programs for that. So IMCC and Scholastic Trust, we have endowed scholarships at Southern Illinois University. And then for kids who want to go to any university around the world, not just in the US. Well, obviously the US has got the most scholarships because they provide a lot of opportunities and scholarships. We also have scholarships in Singapore and around the world. So there are probably not as many scholarships, but we have gotten schools. On Saturday, I'll be showing you the list of universities around the world that we've gotten kids into. In UK, Canada, Australia, the Middle East, in China, that's opening up as well. So yes, we have got tremendous of opportunities that can help students through our University Global Scholars Program. We call it UGS.
I think that's wonderful news can deliver to our parents. So we are good to know about this. Then we will have more information about the math, and we can bring our kids from the normal to extraordinary. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah. There's another thing is the society, like the Junior Honor Society. So basically it's not just winning a award or getting a medal. It's basically you're building a network of other winners, other Olympiads, other students from other countries. So, and that's really a very good, I think, it's a very good network, and it's a very good support system. They can just, if I need help, I go and visit you. So I think Singapore has given them a lot of support. We here in Canada would also want to spearhead that, and hopefully, we can also follow in their footsteps and support more students.
Yeah.
Like I said, to become the best version of themselves, to become successful students. Yeah.
Okay, so what Jenny is talking about is that one of the first special privileges that SIMCC has created for our students is that we created the International Junior Honor Society, which is an honors program that we provide free of charge to all SIMCC contestants. And all they need to do is to earn 4 points. So come Saturday, we'll tell you how to earn 4 points, and you'll get an invitation or induction into the International Junior Society, where then over $2.3 million worth of scholarships are open to you.
That's amazing.